Let's talk about the benefits of NoFap and how it affects you 1 week versus 90 days. It's very different for everyone. I just wanted to let you guys know that, if you're doing it for a long period of time, you're going to feel different benefits versus a short period of time. And also, every individual is different. You might feel you might feel hornier, you might feel more motivated, you might feel a spike in your testosterone, you might feel more spiritual. Everybody has a different experience. It's not one size fits all, but I'll tell you what the universal experience is for everybody in this video. Okay, so I'm going to break it down to you in less than 10 minutes, hopefully. Hi, my name is Jesse. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about men's improvement. We talk about how you can improve as a guy. And we mostly talk about things like self-discipline, self-motivation, increasing your well-being, motivating yourself in your career. But today we're just going to focus on the one specific topic, which is 1 week versus 90 days, in my experience and how I've experienced this in a way that has helped me much more, right? So after doing NoFap for 1 week, what I've noticed the most is hair growth. You can see I have more beard, I have thicker hair, so you can see that your skin also gets clear. You actually have more hair growth. So if you have patchy beard, if you have hair that's not growing as much, there's more blood flow going to the follicles in your hair and in your scalp, which helps your hair grow. And I think that that's one of the big benefits there is, you start to experience hair growth much at a higher rapid rate. Another one is energy, of course. You get a higher energy boost after 1 week. And 1 week I'm assuming that would be for you 7 days, right? It could be a couple weeks too. But 1 week is when you see some benefits, after 7 days, that's when you start to see the testosterone spike. So the biggest benefit really is the confidence that you get. So your voice actually starts to get deeper as a man. You hear my voice is getting deeper as a man, and the deeper my voice gets, I feel more confident. I feel like I can approach a woman. I feel like I can have a conversation. I can feel like I am better suited for a lot of things, and I just feel overall more confident as I carry myself. So that's a big benefit there. If you feel like you have low confidence, low self-esteem because you're self-sabotaging yourself, this is definitely something that's going to benefit you over time. Doing it for just 7 days, you're going to start to feel more confident in yourself, even if you just wanted to do it for 7 days. So those are the big three benefits that I've noticed after doing it for 1 week versus if you do it for, let's say, 90 days. Okay, so when you do it for 90 days, you will see a significant personality switch in yourself. It's very hard to really explain it to you, but if you're more spiritual, you'll kind of understand. And if you're not spiritual, at least you can understand that people like you and me, we have unseen powers. Humans have we have our own set of powers that we don't utilize, because mostly if you don't believe that you have it, then you don't use it, right? You don't use your potential. But there's a lot of examples throughout history of humans doing extraordinary things, and that it can be attributed and basically like contributed from doing semen retention. You look at athletes like Usain Bolt, you look at athletes like Mike Tyson, like Michael Jordan, doing these amazing things in their game. You look at Lewis Hamilton, even, these guys that are so coordinated and focused when they're doing the craft. The reason why they're like that is because they understand how to retain their seed. They're not blowing their seed. They're not blowing their dopamine. They're actually putting a lot of effort in. They're using. It's called sexual transmutation, by the way. They're using that energy, the seed, the energy, the chi, to funnel that into their productivity, their goals, their mission. And when you do that, when you can use that power that you have as a man, you can actually do extraordinary things. You can accomplish extraordinary feats over 90 days. You actually you have a personality shift over 90 days if you can maintain your urges, if you can get rid of the things that are holding you back. If you're having a hard time actually, tapping into it, I do have a book you can download in the link in the description, also in the comments, that might help you in your journey, optimize your brain. It's called Retention Reset. And this book actually focuses on the first little bit, the first little journey. You also get access to the group as well. And if you want that, you can check that out. It's in the description. It's an investment in yourself. You can see it as that. It's not really a loss. It's an investment in yourself, because then you get access to me and you get access to the book, and you can, get more information on that. But you do see a personality shift over that 90-day time frame. Now, after 90 days, does it become permanent, or are you going to relapse? That's the real question, right? It really depends on what's going to trigger you. You can be triggered by so many things. If you still look at Instagram, if you still look at things that trigger you, yes, you are more vulnerable over that period of time to relapse, because you're hornier. You feel like you can't hold your junk that long, right? So yes, you are, over that period of time, you're more vulnerable, right? You're more vulnerable to things that will trigger you. You're more vulnerable to things that can push you to the edge, to relapse. And there's no shame in that. Some guys do it for long periods of time. I've done it for years, and I have no shame in saying that there's times, long time ago, when I did relapse, and it's just it's human to do it. Like, there's no person that can do it forever. There are people that have done it forever. If you can get rid of all of the digital stuff in your life, like you can get rid of your phone, your computer, everything, then you might be able to survive forever without doing it. Or if you just take up like a religious mantra, like a Buddhism, or you want to become a Muslim or something, that's the only other way you can actually do this forever, because you can do it for a very long time. Don't get me wrong. The reason why I'm saying you can't do this forever is because eventually what's going to happen to you and to any other man doing this is you're going to get so confident that you will approach a woman and you will start, having that conversation. You will blow your load having the relationship with her. There's no other way, right? Because we were put on this earth to procreate. So yes, you will, if you can count that as a relapse, you will have some kind of sexual interaction over time. So just keep that in mind, that if you're doing that forever, you're gonna do it forever. That means that there's absolutely no women in your life. But I'm sure that that's not the case for you. You probably don't want a life with no women in your life. You're a straight man. So with that said, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video. I'll see you in the next video. We'll talk a little bit more about this subject, but I just wanted to drop some knowledge about how the 1 week versus the 90 days is so much different in how it affects everybody. But the most significant things that I've seen is confidence, deeper voice, better voice tone, eye contact, of course, hair growth, And of course, you get more energy, more chi energy that you can use to produce, to actually put into other projects. So with that said, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Take care.